Welcome everybody. Today finds us over here in a rainy Nikko, Japan. We're a couple hours north of Tokyo by train, and we came over here to Nikko to check out some of the outdoor stuff, climb some mountains. But the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to go check out the Nikko Toshogu Temple. This is a very important temple to the Japanese. It's a World Heritage area because of the unique nature of it, and it's like the start of the Ito period, which is like when they moved the capital over to Tokyo. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this 17th century temple and see what we can see. So this is the countryside. You can see the fog coming in on these peaks. Still a pretty cool look here. You see some of the countryside. Here's the river. Yeah, this is Nikko. And this is the area where we're at. And you see the trees. These big cedar trees. And along the pathway all the way up here, they have all these rocks. And there'll be several shrines all through this area. But the work just to haul these rocks up here, you can see the moss and everything growing on them. They hauled all these in, built these little walkways. Check out this little fountain here, this little dragon fountain. So you can wash your hands and get purified before you go up to the temple. And then you got a statue. It's the little dragon fountain. And this is a statue of a Buddhist monk, Shodo Shonen. He was built in he's lived during like the 700s. And they built this statue here like in the 50s, 55. This will be our first stop here. This is Rinnoji. So we'll take a look inside. Kind of a cool little shrine right here at the base of the steps. So you have this here and you burn the incense and then you can go right up here to the temple. So this is the first stop here. You got to buy a ticket. This is the Rinnoji Shrine. And you get the combo ticket for 1,000 yen. And you just buy it right here. Now there's another temple, the Toshogu Shrine, that you can't get a ticket here. It'll be a separate admission. Let's take up a couple more steps here. And this is a magnificent temple. I think this was founded, they started building this in like 763, somewhere there. And this was just an original like thatched roof, like hut. And the locals built it up. And like in 100 years, it became really important. They developed this area. And the holy people from Kyoto, which was the religious center at the time, they would actually come here and visit this. And they've combined Shintoism and Buddhism in this area. So the mountains that surround here, they believe are like the Buddhas, and they've combined Shintoism into the belief system. So you have a cherry tree over here that's about at least 500 years old or so. And they moved it here in 1881, and it's right here by the entrance to the temple. We have a cool bell over there. Then you have some of the writings. I don't know if these are like donors to the temple or what this is. Now when we go inside here, we won't be able to take pictures. You can see the shrines and stuff here. So I'll have to just describe it after we come out. Okay, so we did a little loop around in there. You can see the building, it was quite cool, and then it had the main images. There's 3 images inside that hall that were quite spectacular, but there's no photography allowed. And they had also like smaller Buddhas all around. It's an impressive building, definitely worth a look at. And you can buy the amulets and make donations to the temples and stuff. So here we're going to go. Now what the setup of this is it's 1 temple and 2 shrines. So you go into the temple and then they have the 2 shrines, and that's where they fused the Buddhism to the Shintoism. Right next to the temple building, you can see right here they have this nice little pond. You can see the fish in here, and the colors are just starting to change. I think if you came up here next month, you would have a real treat. And you can see they have a little shrine over there, and this is just right next to that temple building. So you can see it right here. You can see the window shutters and like that gold. If we look up at the top, you got the facade there is gold and all wood. Yeah, this is amazing. You can see the shrine. They have a waterfall coming through the trees. And they have some more stuff over there. One of those little stone tablets. And all these fish. Yeah, this is fantastic. Only thing wrong with today is there's a little bit of rain, but it is what it is. Yeah, you can see those little stone lanterns right next to that little spirit house with the moss on the top. Yeah, that is cool. Okay, this little hall back here, this is the Diagamado. This is the hall of the Goma fire ritual. Now inside of here again, there won't be any photography allowed, but we can see the outside of this building, how cool this is. And then you can buy like your amulets and prayer beads and everything right over here. And you can see some of the shrines inside of here. So we'll drop the umbrella, we'll go in here and walk around a little bit. Okay, so we can see kind of the side. And they do the fire ritual right there. There's a stage where you can have the monk, he'll light the fire up, and they only do it whenever there's worshipers. And like I said, there's no photography at all allowed in there. You got a little spirit house here, and check out this wall. And we'll go up here and we'll see some more stuff. So here we go. So they're actually advertising here. They're showing you that we're at 634 meters above sea level, which is the same height as the Tokyo Tower. So we're gonna go up here. There's the 5 temples, or the 5-story pagoda. So what's cool you see at these temples is you see these gates. These gates are absolutely amazing. They're cool looking. And then check out the size of these big old cedar trees. They just kind of ring, and it has this moss growing on the sides. Yeah, this is cool. And then the moss growing on these rocks. It is so humid. It's kind of like the Pacific Northwest right in here. Now check this out. So we have this stone lantern, and look at the moss. And then right next to it is this 5-story pagoda. Oh, that is so cool. Now you won't be able to see this good because there is the rain in front of it. But they have like stuff written on all those little pieces of wood that are underneath each one of the roofs. Oh yeah, that is so cool. This is a nice look at this pagoda. So you actually have to pay a 300 yen entrance fee to go up to the base of it. Well, we can see what all's going on right here. So they replaced this. This was built in 1818. Replaced the original that was built in 1650. Okay, so this is the next little shrine we're going to see. This is the Nikotoshu. Now this has a separate entrance fee. It's 1,300 yen, so 1,300 yen. So we're going to go up and see this. This is kind of what you come here to see. Okay, so this is the front gate. And you can see the carvings here in it. You got the elephants that are kind of like the dragon elephants. Yeah, they're quite cool. And that's another one over there on the corner. And then you have the 2 guardians right here. And this is the back side of that gate. Yeah, this is fantastic. And you can see the wood, they had it painted, it's a little faded, but they're doing some restoration over here. So they'll probably come to the gate next. See some more of these stone lanterns. So these are some new ones, and the other ones over there have the moss. And then you can see up into the shrine. Wow. Let's take a look here at this. Check out those big 2 huge axes with like the spear point on the end, and all that gold and the wood. Yeah, this is very, very nice. Now it's roped off where you just kind of walk around a little corridor here. So this is a Japanese umbrella pine. You can see the size of it, and it's right next to this old shrine building. You can see here the carvings. So they got the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil monkeys. And you can see the wood carvings. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so you can see the front here. So the first thing you see right here are these 2 elephants. Now I believe they were designed by somebody that had never seen an elephant. So that was what he visualized them to be whenever he was told about them. And then we're going to go up in here more to some more of these shrine buildings. So we have a couple more of the little shrine buildings. And then we got some more up here on the hill. So we'll go up these stairs and take a look at these pagodas. Oh, yeah, this is amazing. Okay, so here's some more of the lanterns. So they call these the Toshogu lanterns. And there's 121 of them. 101 of them are made of stone like this. 17 of copper, and then 2 of iron. So we're up here. You can see like the dragons with the elephant tusks. And check out this candle holder. And then next to those, and you can see the trees growing on the roof up there. And then we'll go up the stairs into here. Check out the carvings on all of these buildings. And some more over there. And we'll come back through that way. We'll go up in here first. Here we have the namesake of this temple, the Toshogu. You can see he's sitting there, he's got his swords, got his bow and arrow. And it looks like this is all being restored. They're gonna probably paint all of this. You can see they've restored this up here. So we have a dragon up there, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the doors. Oh yeah, this is really nice. And then we're gonna come up into the main part of the shrine. So you can see all the figures on the back side, all the dragons, and all the little figures that are carved. See the main shrine here. They got some more of the stone walls back there. Just a steady stream of people. So you can see the carvings of all this wood. It's quite amazing how much skill is involved in this. And then inside is, we can't go in there, but we can see they have the gong and stuff like that. And over here we'll see the sleeping cat. It's right there, that's the really famous sleeping cat. And it's the protector of this gate. You can see some more of it. It's pretty cool how they have the supports right there for the cross beams. And they're carved and painted. Yeah, everybody wants to come over here and see the sleeping cat. Everybody lines up to take pictures. Okay, so right after the sleeping cat right here, you have this. This is a special gate. You can see the cranes and the flowers, they're chrysanthemums. Those flowers mean like longevity. This is the Sakashitiman gate. And back whenever this was Toshibo's shrine, only him and his family were allowed to pass through that gate. So we'll follow this little stone pathway. Yeah, this is so cool. And right over there is the shrine we were just at. We'll go up some steps into these tall trees. You see around it, you can't hear anything. You hear a little bit of the running water over there by the waterfall. Okay, so we're gonna go up these stairs here. There's 207 steps. This goes to the inner sanctum. Now each of these steps was made from one piece of stone. The same way here with the handrails. This is all one piece of stone, and they did that instead of like fitting multiple pieces together. They took special care and they carved these. And then they came over here and placed them. So we're gonna do quite a bit of a little climb here. Okay, so this is the top of the steps, and this is the inner sanctum. Now this was open to the public in 1967 for the first time. And then his ashes are right behind. He's interned behind here. You can see inside here. So it just has a reed mat floor. You can see the wood and the bronze on the doors and the windows, and more carvings. So this right here, this is where the emperor would have came out. So he would have came out here, went up these steps and through this gate. And then up here is the shrine where his ashes are interned. Okay, so this is where Tokugawa, his ashes are. And he was laid to rest here in 1617. And this is 5 meters tall. And it replaced one that was made out of wood. And this is made out of gold, silver, and copper. And it's never been opened. It has all these stones. Yeah, it's quite cool. Now, everybody was laboring to get up those 277 stairs. Now imagine coming up here carrying these stones. So you had to get up this mountain carrying these huge, heavy rocks. You can see they've carved patterns and stuff like that into it. It's absolutely amazing. So we're coming into the last shrine we'll have time for. Got a nice little waterfall. You can see the maples are turning just a little bit. We'll go up into this. Now this temple here is part of the multi pass, so they give you a ticket where you can go to all these. There are a couple others that you have to pay an additional fee. And right here to this gate they have the two guardians. You have the open mouth and the closed mouth, and they're quite tall. They look like they're about 4 meters tall or so. Got some more dragons, the heavy wooden doors, and then we'll go up in here to this. We'll go up these stairs and check out this temple. Now this over here, this is the Rayi Temple, and this, you can't go to it, but it's just right over there, and it was where one of the shogun's servants would stay. And it was customary back in the day, and we got a little bird up here on the tree branch, but the servants that were there to take care of the shogun, when the shogun died, they would commit a ritual suicide. So I guess if you got a lucky job with the emperor, it was short-lived if the emperor was old. We have a couple more of the guardians here on this gate. It's so dark from being rainy, it's hard to see everything. And you can see some of the details here. And what's cool is looking out over here. You can see all of those lanterns with all that moss growing on them. And then all the trees. This setting for this temple is absolutely amazing. See all these little stones like this, and from afar they look like a turtle. It looks like a turtle shell. But what is that? They take that off and it holds a little, it has a little hole they put flags in. So it's a flagstone. But what people will do is they'll put stones around the base of them so it looks like the legs of a turtle. And you see them all through, and they use them, they've been using them since the 1600s. And nice look at this gate here. Over here we have a drum tower and a bell tower on each side of the walkway as you come in. There's more of the temple up here on this little raised platform. You can see the bases here have these giant stones. And some more of the little protectors around this gate on the hill. We'll go in here to this shrine. The back side of this. All the carvings. This whole place, everything is like this. This is why, though, it is a World Heritage Site. And there's 23 different buildings. I think we've seen about 8 of them. And then the main shrine up here. This is a Chinese style gate. It's Chinese style, but it's a Japanese interpretation of it. And this is Tawagachi's grandson's mausoleum that will be in here. And I don't think there will be any photography allowed. Honden, the main hall. And that's where the grandson of the first shogun here. This is called the Golden Hall. It's fantastic. And when you go over here, they have this outer wall, and you can just see carvings and carvings and carvings and carvings. Okay, so here is the Kokomon Gate. So the grandson of the first emperor here, he's interred down below, and if you go through this gate, past the gate, that's where his ashes are at. And you obviously can't go and see it. There's a gate here that blocks you off. Kind of a nice looking gate with all the normal carvings and stuff we've seen. Check out those stones up there and the massive trees. Just look at this wall. The wall itself is, just think about how many man hours would have went into building this. Check out those dragons on the bottom of that. And these are all those lanterns that are here in the courtyard. Now this is quite interesting right here. So you see the dragon's mouth? So it feeds water that drops down into this little flume, and this is the Purification Fountain. So you get the water here to purify yourself before you go to the temple. And this flume comes right from the river. And all around in here is little stone gardens and has little figures. Oh yeah, this is really, really cool. It's the river and the bridge on your way in. Alright guys, so we're going to end up the video on the same river, but in a different part. We were down on the main part. This is up in the mountains. And as you can see, the little bridge behind me. And this is a fantastic area. I would say definitely if you're ever in Japan and you want something to do that's a little bit different, you know, get out of Tokyo, jump on the train, come up here to Nikko. This is a World Heritage Site for a reason. The temples here are absolutely amazing. Everything you see is immaculate. The walls, the temples, everything like that is just fantastic. It's one of the best things I've seen in a long time. And I've been to Angkor Wat this year, I've been to Bagan, and this is, to me, on par with stuff like that. It's a smaller site than those, obviously, because it's just these temples, but it's really quite amazing. There's a lot of history to it with Ito and the first samurai. All the stuff here is really cool. So anyway, the one emperor had a saying. He said, life is a journey, and under a heavy burden, there's no need to rush. So when you come here, definitely do that. Spend 4 or 5 hours, walk around here, climb up the hill, and look around. You won't be disappointed. And if you're new to my channel, if this is your first time you've caught one of my videos, that's what I do. I go and I walk around. It's all unscripted. It's just me walking around showing you things. So if you like this kind of stuff, then subscribe, stick around, and you're notified when I post a new video. And this video is probably going to be a little long, so hopefully if you stuck it out to the end, you were rewarded. It's quite amazing. If you've been here before, you know, leave a comment, tell me what you think, or if you have any questions, ask me and I'll do my best to let you know. Today was rainy. It is what it is. It's just the way it is. Sometimes it rains when you're on holiday out seeing stuff, but I still got it here and trudged up and down the hills and enjoyed the time. Smash the like button if you liked the video, and until next time, remember, life is a journey. Enjoy.